Hey, what's going on, guys? I am BotchTV, and I'm back here with another WWE 2K22 wishlist video. So the last video that we did was a universe mode wishlist, where I talked about some of the features that I would like in universe mode, since that's primarily what I use in this game, and this is how I make my content, is universe mode. But today, we'll be going over some of the stuff that is most important that for this game to hit different, and that's the gameplay. The gameplay has been really slow, really sluggish for quite some time. Not as fun as it could be, but still, you know, I still find fun in it. But some of these features that I might go over, and some of the features that you guys might want, may overlap and might make this game 10 times more fun to play. Both online, CPU versus CPU, as well as player versus CPU. So I chose an Extreme Rules match for this because this is very, very important. And one of the things is weapon physics. I can't tell you how many times you miss a person. Like, you'll just miss them. Like, you'll be targeting them and you'll just go like this. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit them, but, you know, you'll miss them. And, you know, the weapons don't necessarily feel like they almost have any impact at all. Because, like I said, he just got up. Jason just got up. And yeah, you know, yeah, he has full green health, as you can see here. But a chair shot, you should be selling a lot more. That's the first thing. Not only weapon physics, but you should be selling a lot more. If you take a shot to the head with a chair, you're going to be down for a while. I don't care how much health you have. I don't care how much health or how much you have left in the tank. You're going to be down for a while. Anybody would. Anybody would. And I think selling is a huge part of wrestling because, you know, you're supposed to make it look real, right? And that's the one thing that's missing in the wrestling industry today. You don't get enough good people selling moves and taking moves. And in a video game, you know, that's supposed to be simulation-based, that's supposed to emulate what we see on TV, and selling is just all wrong in this game. Like, I just clocked Jason Outlaw in the head with a chair, and he got right back up. And granted, he has green health, but anyway, you should be down for a while. That's the point. If you take a chair shot like that, you should be down for a while. My next thing is obviously a table, as I grabbed a table here. Now, here's what I have the problem with when it comes to a table. Whoops, I didn't mean to roll him up. My bad. But, here's what happens when you try and put somebody in a table. See how much it moves? And I get it. Tables are gonna move. But trying to click and drag when you're playing against the CPU just so that they get on this side of the table, it's ridiculous. And obviously I'm going to powerbomb him right through the table. There we go. And you should be able to do that from all sides of the table, not just the front. So if you want to lay somebody on the side and then do this, obviously, I rolled him up, but normally you flick the right stick, and they'll go on the table if you flick the right stick. That should be a thing. That should be a thing. And when you ignite a table, for whatever reason, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think you could use a regular move if you ignite a table. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but the whole idea to have weapons is to make a match more brutal. And the fact that, you know, tables are all messed up and you can't put tables wherever you want, you can't put weapons wherever you want, is dumb. Because I've seen some people on live TV, like if you look at Jeff Hardy, Jeff Hardy is one of those guys that'll literally, like, put, I don't know, he would probably put a ladder on the outside or on the frickin' stage and jump from it. We should be able to do whatever we want with these weapons. And granted, it's a simulation-based game. But to me, I feel like the gameplay should be a combination of arcade and simulation. You get the best of both worlds. You're able to put a weapon wherever you want. You're able to virtually do almost everything that you were able to do in, like, Here Comes the Pain or Smackdown Vs RAW. I would say Smackdown Vs RAW got it perfectly. They made the gameplay fun, but they also didn't make it too arcadey like Battlegrounds or All-Stars or, you know, something like that. You know, it was the perfect blend between arcade and simulation. So if I want to set this ladder on this barricade, right? If I want to set this ladder right here on this barricade, I should be able to do it. If I want to put it out in the crowd and throw it out in the crowd, then I should be able to do it. If I want to, you know, take off the announce table, right? If I want to take off the announce table, redecorate the announce table, and put the ladder on the announce table, and then jump from the ladder off of the announce table, then I should be able to do it. Like, I should be able to do all this stuff. Why limit us? You want to make the gameplay extremely fun. How fun would it be to do that stuff? I can just think of the amount of fun that I would have doing that. So that's another thing that I would like to see happen. As far as gameplay goes, another thing that I would like to see is for the crowd to interact a little bit more. And what I mean by that is, in the old games, you used to be able to take a crowd sign that somebody's lifting up and rip it in half. Or you as the heel, a fan would, like, yell at you, or a fan would, like, toss a beer on you, or whatever. And, or what have you, and, you know, that was something that happened. Like, it's a tiny little feature, but the crowd plays such a huge role in professional wrestling. They boo you, they cheer you, or you're a tweener, you're a face, or you're a heel. And the crowd, let's just say, from this pandemic, it was difficult to watch wrestling because it's so hard hearing fake crowd noise and not having the crowd be there. And the same thing goes for, like, football, but in a sport like wrestling where crowds, like, dictate your job, whether as the villain or the hero, like, it's really, really difficult to not have it there and just to play to the camera. And I have to give the talent credit for being able to do that, because that's huge. So being able to incorporate that in the game somehow would be fantastic. It would be so good. And also, why, as a female wrestler, can I punch a dude in the face, but I can't do it if I'm a male superstar, and I can't do it to another female superstar? That makes no sense. I've seen intergender things happen in matches where a male tries to do something to a female superstar in a match, maybe picks her up and delivers a Samoan drop to her or something or whatever. Like, we've seen that happen. It should be in the game. We have mixed match challenge now. It should be in the game. Another thing with mixed match challenge, that brings me to my next thing. Have more options for mixed match challenge. Have mixed match Extreme Rules, or mixed match Hell in a Cell, mixed match TLC. What, I don't know, more match types that incorporate that. Also, another thing, why all of a sudden, when you come down with a title, can you not come down with it and put it in the timekeepers area? we have this timekeepers area, which I think is right here. See that bell? It's useless. Why? Why? Where's the title? Where's the timekeeper? Why? Where are they? On TV, we see the wrestler, if they're a champion, they usually have the title in the timekeepers area, and sometimes they can pick it up and find it and use it as a weapon. You can use it as a weapon in the game right now, currently. But it disappears as soon as the match starts. You run in, and it disappears in a normal match. Unless you do a run-in, you can't use it. And that's dumb. You should be able to grab a title and put it on the person's face. Also, if the person's bleeding, if the person is busted open and is gushing blood, then you should be able to have blood on the title. Like, if you hit a person in the face and they're bleeding, their blood should be on your title. Like, that would be cool, okay? That would be cool. I love seeing blood in professional wrestling. I love it. Why? Because it's dramatic. It's drama. I love, like, the matches that I've seen Rosemary in. I love it. I love it when, you know, she does all the creepy things where, you know, she'll take 2 fingers from her forehead and she'll lick her own blood, or take, you know, or like the creepy, weird stuff that happens in wrestling. I love that stuff because it's dramatic. It's gross. It's dramatic. It creates drama. That's all that that's what it's supposed to do. And speaking of blood, you should be able to bleed in different spots of the body. I want to see blood in the mouth, blood on the back from cuts from you getting hit with a kendo stick or what have you. So let me go grab one. Actually, I think I can grab one here. Can I? Yeah. Okay, so I can grab a kendo stick and whack him in the head with it. If I'm whacking him in the chest or on the midsection or on the back, I should be able to see welts. I should be able to see a swollen chest or a swollen back. Or if you're working on a specific body part, if you're doing a limb targeting system, or you target an arm submission or whatever. It's like I mentioned in the universe mode video where I said injuries should matter in the game. Well, if somebody's injured, but they're still able to compete, show that in the match. Show that in the gameplay. Like if somebody's arm is injured, show them giving weak punches. Show them unable to do things. Maybe their arm like gives out or something, or maybe if their back is injured. I know that after a while when your back gets damaged, your back gives out in the game. That's like one element that's in this game where your back just gives out. Have elements like that in the game. Have more elements like that where like injuries matter. So that it doesn't seem like, oh, you just have a more damaged back, so I can submit you. It's going to take me a short amount of time to submit you. That's great and all, but to me, that's not enough. We should be able to see welts, wear and tear, and injuries matter. So, like, if somebody's leg is injured, maybe they're limping, or if somebody's knee is injured, maybe they hold their knee and their knee gives out and they fall over, or you know, something like that. Also, I would like to see weapon wear and tear. So, the weapon just disappears, right? The table, when you set up a table and you put somebody through it, it just disappears. It fades away. And I don't want that to happen. I want, like, broken pieces of the table. And just to make things even more fun, why not pick up a broken 2x4 and start beating somebody with it? I mean, come on. That would be awesome. Like, just different. Like I said, if you really want this game to hit different, if we really want this game to hit different, 2K22, this is the kind of thing that I would imagine players would want to see. Any, like, weird stuff that we were able to do in the arcade version of Here Comes the Pain, the arcadiness that was Here Comes the Pain, we should be able to do. And real quick, to close out this, we'll be going to the backstage area. Because there's some gameplay elements within the backstage area that I would love to see. And I don't know if you can do this, but I would love the ability to just toss somebody off the stage. Like, from a high position. So if they're on a ladder, like if, let's say you're on a ladder, right? As we go backstage, and I'll explain it as they go backstage here. So, let's say you're on a ladder on the stage. And you're atop the ladder, and another person is atop the ladder too as well. And you're constantly fighting. You're fighting shot after shot after shot. Like, it's a real tense match, and you're bashing the person's head on the ladder, and then you push them off. Like, kind of like in the ring. Why can't you do that on stage? Have interactive stage props. So, like, in my Daybreak arena, I have these globes. Not in this arena, but I have, in the Daybreak arena, I have RCW Daybreak, I have these globes. Why can't I climb the top of that globe and dive off of it? Make it more interactive. Because that's what happens in wrestling. Anybody that can use a weapon, anything that can be used as a weapon, somebody will use it. And why can't, you know, I dive off of these boxes? Why can't I use these boxes and push, you know, push somebody into a locker? Why can't I, like, what if, you know, I put somebody in a locker, or I shove somebody into this wall, or what if this thing right here, this, like, storage unit, or whatever this is, what if I can propel this up? Like, what if, I have, like, somebody who's strong? Brian Outlaw's a cruiserweight, so what if I have, like, somebody like Big Nasty or Braun Strowman? Big Nasty is one of the created wrestlers by my buddy Sakate, and he's, like, a super heavyweight. So, what if I have somebody who's strong that can lift up this and have somebody get their ribs smashed from the garage door, or, you know, something like that? Also, here's another thing here. We're going to go over here for a second. See this ambulance? Ambulance match. Being able to shove a person into the ambulance. Climb atop that ambulance. And dive off of it. Use the weapons in it. Like, use the medical supplies. Maybe there's, like, a first aid kit. You grab the first aid kit, and you hit somebody in the head with the first aid kit, or you grab, like, what else would be in there? Like a shot or a needle. And I doubt they'll ever bring thumbtacks, because WWE is a PG product, but, you know, that's me pipe dreaming, again. But that would be cool. And see that back there? See that back there? That's the parking lot. Let's go in it. Let's have a parking lot fight. Like I mentioned, did Creations have those brawl arenas and have those parking lot areas as an area where we can wrestle in? That would be really, really cool. If we could do that. Also, another thing. When it comes to submissions, instead of just having somebody tap out, have somebody pass out. If it's like a head submission, like a dragon sleeper, or a crossface, or any submission that works on the neck and head, there's a pressure point right on your neck, and if you hit it good enough, that person's going to be down. Show that in the game. Have a person pass out. Oh, this is actually useful. You can actually go to the arena through this. Cool. I didn't know that. Something you learn new every day. Speaking of which, there should be a boiler room or other places in this arena that we should be able to go into. Like maybe over here. There's this door. We don't know what's behind the door, and we should be able to go in it. Have more environments in the backstage area for us to utilize in gameplay. Like this, catering. This is the catering area. Let me see if I can actually do it or not. I don't know if I can. Whoops, I threw him out. It's not what I wanted to do. But what if you could use these pots and pans and coffee and stuff like that as weapons? I mean, well, that's one of the things that you can do. You can throw it, but I don't know if you can use it. Can you use it? Can I pick it up and use it? No? I can pick up this trash can and use it. Okay, cool. Can I pick up this thing? Am I allowed to pick up this thing? No, I can't. I'm pressing LB to pick it up, and it won't pick it up. See? Let's change that. Let's not have that in there. Let's just have more interacting things. More interactive stuff. Not just interactive stage props, but just more things to interact with. More things to play around with within a match so that you can make a match however you want to. You can script a full wrestling match however you want to without having the limitations of a game. You should be able to do all this stuff. I mean, we did it all in other games. That's just my opinion. We did it all in other games. We should be able to do it in this. So let me know what you guys want to see gameplay-wise from WWE 2K22. I hope some of this kind of overlaps with whatever your wish list is. Comment below what your most requested feature is and what you would like to see in terms of the gameplay. Obviously, I could have gone a lot more. There's probably a lot more that I missed and a lot more that I didn't touch on. So if there's something that I didn't touch on that you think would be a good idea, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. And I love having a discussion on 2K22. And as we inch closer, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss any videos that I do on the channel. As 2K22 news comes out, I will be covering it as soon as it comes out, covering some of the universe mode stuff and everything else, and anything else that I find interesting about the upcoming game. And with that, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.